The first thing that I say to people that are hesitant to go to therapy is people think there has to be something wrong with them. And the way that I always like to phrase it is it's like a car, right? Is the only time you take your car in when something is catastrophic and gone wrong? Or are you the kind of person that takes care of your car, brings it in for, kind of like yearly checkups, and things start to kind of go a little bit wonky? Okay, I'm going to check it out. I'm not just going to let it go until it bursts into flame. Which car do you think is going to last longer? Typically the car that you look after. Same thing with your mental health. If you wait until there's a crisis and you are melting down and you can't handle things, obviously I will work with you to help. But if you once in a while are like, hey, you know what, things are going pretty well, but I just want to do a bit of check-in and see how things are going, great. Or if you're like, you know what, things are still pretty good, but I'm noticing some things. Maybe this is, maybe I'm having trouble maybe focusing or getting motivation. So I just want to kind of check it out before it gets too bad, right? Which session do you think is going to be easier on the person? Not me. I'm good either way. But for the client coming in, do you think that it's going to be easier for them to kind of work on themselves and move forward and get to a better place if there are only a few things versus your life is just falling apart? That's why I encourage people to come in, because really at the end of the day, it's about we're here for you and how you work and what you need. I'm not going to tell you what to do, right? I'm never going to sit here and be like, you have to do this. I may be like, it might be a good idea if you do this, but at the end of the day, it's your choice, right? And I'm never going to give you homework that you're not going to do. Like some therapists would be like, oh, you're going to, I want you to do da, 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 da. Me, I'm going to be like, okay, well, I would like you to do this, this, and this. However, is this something you're going to do, right? And if you say no, cool. Well, then let's try and find something else, right? Or I might be like, okay, well, I want you to do these things, but I'm going to explain why I want you to do these things and how I think they'll be helpful, to try and get some buy-in. Because if I just tell you to do something and you don't understand why, you're not going to do it. Like, what's the point of doing this? It's stupid, right? But if I explain the reasoning behind it, if I explain some of the science or some of the evidence-based practices, then you might be more likely to go, okay, that makes sense. Or, oh yeah, this is, there's some stuff behind it. This makes sense. So that's kind of the way that I tend to work with people.